we are at the Champagne Alexandre Méa de Zavry, and so we are in the village of Champignon, so very close by to the city of Épernay after for your lunch. Yeah. Okay, so we'll quickly cross facing us to see the press machine.
Okay.
Rainy day.
Rainy day.
I hope it stops.
Oh, the same.
Yeah, so here they only use the traditional press
Oh.
machine. Yeah. They have a little bit the modern press machine, but it's located in another production place. I will explain you the story of the family downstairs with a picture, because here they had some family issues and some family problems.
Secret cave.
Oh. Like Batman's cave.
So Bertrand has created his brand just right after the Second World War. So just like to develop his champagne, at the beginning it was mostly just like buying grapes because he didn't have that much of land. So he was mostly buying grapes to produce his champagne. Through the time and to more he was earning money thanks to his champagne production and champagne sales, more he decided to invest in more plots. And so that's how today they end up with a total of 15 hectares of vines approximately. They produce 80,000 bottles per year here. So they gently start to bring back bottles here, but before everything was sold to the carbon place, and so he has just the oak barrels for the carbon champagne here also. Because in fact, to the production place that he has in the city of France, it's a very big modern building and not especially suitable for the oak barrels. More for the stainless steel that could be temperature controlled. The oak barrels could not be temperature controlled, so he preferred to use the natural condition of the cellars for the oak barrels.
Bugatti.
Yeah. And so in this part of the cellar, so what is happening is Alexandre would like to, because it's the place where his great father has created everything, here currently he is under discussion with an architect to be able to redesign this part of the cellar and to have something a little bit more traditional and to be able to have some of the equipment, in fact, that you have seen to Louis Brochet, for example, to turn the bottle, to just like manage the disgorgement, because Giselle, she was renting everything. So they do not have any equipment here. She was renting everything to a very specialized company. And so that's how and why also Alexandre would like to change here the organization of the space and to have more equipment. We reorganize the storage of the bottles. So bring the first bottle and the documents for the tasting.
Okay.
Yep. An exciting part again. Tasting area.
I like this one, so stay here so you can see the village.
I will do that.
Can I just leave it here?
Yeah. So I collected you here in Reims. We have crossed to come here to Épernay, so for the stop at the Champagne Louis Brochet. Then we have crossed all the way here to Champignon. And this afternoon you will have your lunch in Épernay. We will quickly go to Auvillers here for the Dom Perignon church, and then back to Épernay for your tour at Moet and Chandon, and then all the way back to the city of France at your hotel. Alexandre Méa de Zavry. So that's will be this one that you will have for the tasting. So it's 60% Chardonnay. So it's 60% Chardonnay. So you have the details right here. 60% Chardonnay, and after they have managed 20% Meunier and 20% Pinot Noir. So you nearly have half black skin, white skin varieties. So you will see it's younger champagne. They manage shorter aging here. Alexandre decided to keep a very crisp and refreshing champagne. So in fact, he only managed 2 years for his aging. And so that's how you will end up with a champagne that is crisp, refreshing, a lot of citrus. You have lemon, lime, grapefruit sensation in this one. So very good one for the aperitif if you want to have something light and delicate as well. 100% Pinot Noir, so that's named Blanc de Noir. Opposite, when you have only Chardonnay, Blanc de Blanc, so white of the white. So it's a white champagne coming out of the white skin varieties. If you have an S, it's a tricky thing. It's before 1987, we have other white skin, white pulp varieties, lesser produced, and so they were allowed to use it in the Blanc de Blanc. But since the law that the committee has created in 1987, it's purely Chardonnay. We didn't change the spelling, but it's purely Chardonnay.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you see Blanc de Blanc on the bottle, you could be sure at 100% of the time that will be 100% Chardonnay.
Okay. Especially after 1987.
Yes. But we do not have that much of champagne that back before 1987. So for this one, you will see you will really have the experience of the Chardonnay. So you will have something that is really like lemony, you will have the lime, you will be able to feel the soil also in this one. So the chalky soil, in fact, it's a maritime soil. So 200 million years ago, Champagne used to be under the sea level. And so the two tectonic plates, they start to move. And so that means they have just like the sea start to move backwards also. And so this just like sea movement, this ocean movement has moved just like backwards. And so that means through the time, all the sediments, the plant, the shells, the fish, the sea life that you had, they start to decompose and so aggregate all together. So basically today we have an oceanic soil, even if we are not anymore an oceanic region. The Chardonnay by itself, it's not super aromatic, so due to that, when the roots of the vines, they will intake water from the chalk, at the same time they will intake notes from the chalk, so especially the saltiness and the minerality from the soil, and you will be able to experiment that in the aftertaste. I need to keep more like the traditional shape for it.
Oh, so that's a traditional.
Yeah, that's more just like, before to have this shape, we have managed just like different shapes.
Look at this
So
one.
we have just like moved more or less around that, but we used to have bottles like this, we used to have bottles like this and like this also. It took us, in fact it was quite easy to find how to produce champagne, but to find a bottle that will handle the pressure within it, it was harder. Because we had to find just like the right shape to have the pressure that will not just like let the bottle explode, and just like that will fit in the cellar as well. So it was just like the most complicated part of the process, in fact, to find a bottle. But yeah, so this one is among the original shape that we had for the champagne making process. Alright, and so for this one, so vintage 2016, so like the one that you bought. So 70% Chardonnay, 10% Pinot Noir, and 20% Meunier in this one. So you will see, because you have the Chardonnay again as the dominant, you have something that is still crisp and refreshing, but at the same time you have something that is just like brioche also. You really have a lot of brioche nutty sensation and still a little bit of fruity sensation with apple. You have white stone fruit, yellow stone fruit also in this one, something that is very like full body at the same time. So yeah.
Our guide told us that instead of the flute, they use a tulip glass. It's in the shape of a tulip, because it allows you to, I don't know, how do you call that? To smell the aroma better.
Because in the flute, it concentrates everything.
Nice.
Beautiful church.
Old one. Nice. Tomb of Dom Perignon.
Take a picture.
the tomb of Dom Perignon. And this one.
Dom Royer, the last bishop that we had here to the region.
1639 to 1715.
Wow.
So that's the place where Dom Perignon is buried. So it's not just like to mark the place; he is really buried under the black stone. So, depending of the record for Dom Perignon, you could find different date of birth. We have an hesitation when he is really born because, in fact, at that time the children, they were mostly written they were just like mentioned in this record of the city when they get baptized. So we know for sure that Dom Perignon was baptized in January 1639, but he might be born end of 1638. So that's why just like depending of the documents that you have, you could find 1638, 1639. Would you like me to keep the umbrella which you have which one? And I will bring it back to you at the end of the call.
The outdoor seating of Moet and Chandon. Nice place. Unfortunately, it's raining outside. We're now in the waiting room, waiting for our tour of the Champagne Center. Champagne House of Moet and Chandon. I suppose this is Moet, and that's Chandon. In 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes now, our tour will begin. In the meantime, we're waiting here.